Our sexuality is part of who we are, but our gender identity is not the same as our sexuality. It is independent from it. And insisting that it's the same thing, that is what invalidates what we are going through, what we are telling you about. Because you feel more comfortable with the idea that we are just gay and in denial than us telling you our body doesn't match our gender identity. Our body doesn't match our brain. And it's delusional to think that your brain always matches your body's biology. If I would tell you I'm trans and I start transitioning and I do my karyotyping to get approved for my surgery, and it turns out I actually have XX chromosomes, but for some reason I developed like male genitalia because the SRY gene is located on my X chromosome, then you would be like, nature made a mistake and you have like XX chromosomes, so you're a woman and you're meant to be a woman. But when I tell you I have XY chromosomes and maybe there's something else going on, maybe there's like another chromosome that actually determines like how your brain develops and whatnot, then you would call me crazy and mentally ill and I should get help. And then I'm telling you, well, you know, gender affirming care is actually the help. And then you would be like, oh, that's big pharma propaganda and whatnot. And it's like so exhausting. I could just tell you I'm intersex. Maybe in a couple of years it will turn out that being trans and being intersex is actually not too much different. Maybe then people will listen to our struggles. But for now, we have to deal with J.K. Rowling making rules about trans people because she has money. Elon Musk banning the word cisgender because he wants to eradicate trans people. And cis people make it so difficult for us to show the world who we are because they want the difference between us and our bodies to be so great that we don't see any hope and we end our lives. The regret rate of gender affirming care is like incredibly low. And then people are like, well, but trans people still end their lives. And it's like, yeah, because their environment doesn't support them. They go through all these things. And like we see it from time to time where people are forced to detransition. They're forced to detransition because of their parents, because of their environment. They're being threatened. And then you blame gender affirming care? No, it's because the environment sucks. Because society sucks. We know the treatment. We know the path for us. And it's this. Preferably with puberty blockers as a start. It's not doctors are evil and they want to keep the kids prepubescent and whatnot. It's like, if you have issues with puberty blockers, just give trans kids the HRT from the start. Why should a 12-year-old trans girl have to wait with puberty if she knows who she is? Her cis friends are already starting puberty. Why should she wait? If you hate puberty blockers so much, give them HRT from the start. But like, it would make sense to at least give them a little bit of time. Give them puberty blockers. Let them work with pediatricians and experts, you know, so they figure themselves out. And then maybe in a couple of years, they start HRT. Or they just get rid of puberty blockers and they get their body's puberty. There's no loss. These are your options. Every other option regarding trans kids leads to the death of trans kids. And I'm not saying that, oh, it's just a phase and they grow out of it and that's why they're dead. No, they're dead because they don't see any hope and they see how society treats them and how society will never accept them, and then they end their lives and then the blood is in your hands, and a lot of people are proud of that, and that's fucked up.